Well, like we did a year ago, each and every week, we're going to be interviewing a different boys and girls high school basketball coach throughout the entire season. This segment is made possible by the Basketball Coaches Association of Michigan. My name's Lorne Plant. Joining us for this version of Chalk Talk is the boys basketball head coach at Plymouth Christian Academy, Mike Windle. Coach, it's always great to talk with you. Thanks for taking a few minutes.
Yeah, great. Lauren, thanks for having me, and thanks for all you do for Michigan and for Plymouth Christian.
All right, fantastic. Well, first thing I want to ask you is this season, we're seeing the addition of 2 more regular season basketball games. So from a coach's perspective, you know, the traditional 20 is now 22. How important is that to teams?
Yeah, I mean it's really awesome. Obviously, the season on the front end shortened a little bit too, so I think we're all adjusting to that. With limited practice time, but we're hitting in stride and being challenged early. I think that's going to help our players come March, just to be battle tested and game ready, and it'll help our coaches too, just to continue to make adjustments. And it's like we wanted to make sure that those 2 games really mattered for us in terms of how they can shape us to best perform in March, especially as we are jumping to Division III this year and seeing a lot of new teams. So, yeah, we got to be prepared for that. So,
okay, all right. Well, I was not aware of that.
Yeah.
So that is a big jump, especially at the basketball level, going from Division IV to Division III. So why don't we talk a little bit then about the 2022-23 version of Plymouth Christian? District championship a year ago, but as you mentioned, you're now jumping up a whole division. So how are things shaping up for the Eagles this season?
Yeah, so we're jumping up because our enrollment just has increased so much, which is obviously a good thing. In terms of our overall program, we've seen tremendous growth too. We had 50 kids try out for the program this year, which is a record high for us. We got, we're maxed out at 3 teams, which I'm proud of. But the varsity level, yeah, we graduated 4 kids. All played some starting roles here and there, but really one true consistent starter, Chibi Amuna, who's playing on Michigan's football roster right now as a preferred walk-on, and he's redshirting this year. But a cool experience for him. But we bring back a good, strong core. Jordan Scott and Nate Pearson were both all-state for us last year, and I think they can do the same in Division III this year. They just pack a punch. They're both really high caliber players with well-rounded games, and they really deserve to get an opportunity at the college level. So happy to talk to college coaches about each player and what they can bring for their programs. And we have guys like Evan Sutherland, a junior this year, who started for us last year as a sophomore. Aiden Sexton starting for us the first few games of the year this year as a sophomore. This year, he started for us as a freshman last year. Okay. And guys like Cam Weller, who's 6'6". He's kind of in between the starting lineup in the 6-man role. Brady White, and a lot of young guys that are just going to step into some roles and really be big for us. So we're excited.
All right. Well, nice. It sounds like you've got some good depth, and obviously you've got some the younger programs now fully stocked. So that's always great to have guys get an opportunity to try to play their way up to the varsity level. So what would you say, Coach, is your style of coaching? It's always fun to kind of figure out, especially at the high school level, your philosophy on the court, what you believe gets the most out of your athletes.
Yeah, I think, my mindset is always to have a growth mindset and to not be set in my ways. I want to be very relational, and I want to be very transformational. So I don't want to tell my players what to do just because I'm their coach and I'm their boss or leader. I want to have conversations with them. I want to see what works best for them. Obviously, me and my staff are going to look at their strengths as individuals and their weaknesses as individuals, and then what we could best do as a unit, and then kind of just make decisions from there. So we kind of have a base layer of trying to play. We want to continue just to play fast, be athletic, but we want to try to beat you in different ways because, we're going to have different solutions to try to do that with different pieces that we have. So just being flexible with it. Generally for this year, we want to try to create space. We want to, in the half court and the full court, we want to be aggressive on defense. We don't have 6'8" Chibi Anwuna anymore. So,
right.
We have to get creative with the lack of rim protection that we had in years past. But it should be an exciting brand of basketball once we kind of figure some things out and get going in the season. So
awesome. We're talking with Mike Windle, the head coach at Plymouth Christian Academy. Your role within the Basketball Coaches Association Michigan has evolved. in a good way. What are your responsibilities now? Talk about the excitement of some of the things you're doing.
Yeah, so I've served as the Region 2 director for, I think, 4 years now. So just talking with the Region 2, it's basically the Metro Detroit private school areas, the Catholic League, and making sure that they're advocated for when it comes to all state selections, which is pretty easy to do these last couple of years with how good that division
Yeah,
is.
right.
Coach of the year, and making sure that just reminding those coaches in the area to get their membership, to utilize our membership resources, things like that. So, been doing that 4 years, and actually those last 2 years I have been serving with BCAM as the PR director and the social media director. So Dan Young approached me about it, and I wanted to kind of jump on board and serve any way I could. So this is a way I think that I could use my skills and passion to kind of just further the mission of our association, and grow the game of basketball in Michigan, and try to support our coaches as much as possible. So yeah.
Yeah, all right. Well, on the girls' side, we're talking with Ryan Ballard this week. So it was one of your Coach of the Weeks now. I know you've got that program going. So that's super exciting.
Yeah, that's really exciting. We actually are partnering with the Detroit Pistons on that now. That's
Right.
new. Matt Joseph was our week 2 coach of the year out of Utica Ford. And all of our BCAM staff, just a few people will be choosing the nominations each week, and it's all based off of nominations. So we really need our coaches to step that up. It's a new program for us, so it's still new for a lot of people, but they can find it on the website at bcam.org. And just submit people, that you're familiar with that are doing a good job. It's really hard to get recognized and be celebrated as coaches sometimes, because we're constantly being told what to do and how to fix things, and it's never.
Right.
It's just nice to have a pat in the back. We want to support our coaches and celebrate them. So get those nominations out.
Absolutely. A couple more. BCAM's already a great organization. It's one of the largest in the country, really. Because of that, there are a lot of benefits to membership. So just to you personally, what do you value the most in being a member?
Yeah, just the resources and the connectivity of the importance of basketball and sport, right? It's not about wins and losses and championships. It's about things that are deeper and more important, and winning and successful programs are byproducts of the things that really matter. So we will really want to push that piece of things. I love doing one team. You guys actually interviewed myself and Dennis Hopkins last year.
That's right.
We just got our one team program of just coming together as two opponents, and celebrating a game that we love. This world is so divided, so why not use a sport that we both can be unified by to just celebrate the togetherness of that. So that's a big thing. I think just the way BCAM is just taking initiative on trying to better our game in Michigan. They took initiative on the 22 game edition. We're doing shot clock games. We're having conversations on what other things that we can do just to make sure that we're in line with states in our area, so that kids in our state can stay and be competitive and have great high school careers and beyond, because of their high school experience. So, yeah.
Lots of shot clock events coming up. I know over the next month. Basically, your thought. You think the MHSA at one point will seriously consider, at least maybe at the state tournament level?
Yeah, I think one big thing that we need to do is still get athletic director buy-in. I think there's just a mindset, and being an AD myself, I can see it in those meetings. What the cost is going to be like, how are we going to get volunteers, especially for that 4:00 freshman game. So I think BCAM's role in that is just trying to provide information and answers for that it's not as expensive as you think, or as difficult of running a shot clock as you see in the college level. So yeah, I don't know what it looks like. Is it varsity only? Is it tournament only? We're seeing states around us kind of developing things that we're kind of keeping an eye on, but we're trying to be best prepared for that transition ourselves.
Cool. Well, hey, for more information on the Basketball Coaches Association of Michigan, nominate a Coach of the Week, learn more about the One Team program, simply visit bcam.org. Coach Windle, thanks for catching up with us, chatting. Good luck this season.